school's out, blame corona, but I still got some science I could show ya. No class, no school, that's cool, throw the class on the YouTube. Even if they shut the school down, I'll get that knowledge anyway somehow. Real scholars won't stop for corona. Tune in for that science takeover.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Today is March 19th, 2020. From my home to your home, let's learn science together. Just want to give you guys a heads up. I'm at home with my husband, 4 children, and if you hear any noises in the background, right now we have Caleb in the cut cracking up. Hi, Caleb. He's over there smiling. But anyway, let's get to it. Shout out to our subscribers. We currently have 89 subscribers on our online science class. Shout out to you all for tuning in. And to our HB warriors and all of our visitors. Let's get into today's lesson. So today we are talking about our TCI program, cells and genetics. We're still there in lesson 5, controlling body systems. But today we are on section 4, talking about sensory receptors. Learning objective for today. I can explain the 3 types of sensory receptors. What in the world are sensory receptors? Let's get into it. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Let's start off with some science. Here we go. Let's talk about it. You are surrounded by stimuli, plural of stimulus. Good job, good job. Look at you. You are surrounded by stimuli in both your internal and external environments. Hunger, thirst, I need something to drink. Sounds, what is that? Noise. Oh gosh, what is that? What is that? Images. Oh wow, beautiful flowers, love it. Odors. And objects to touch and feel. Oh, look at the fluffy cat. Look at the fluffy cat. Many of these stimuli are harmless, but some may be dangerous. How does your body handle all these stimuli to ensure that you survive? I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. Okay, all right, had to come back. Shout out Destiny Child music. All right, here we go. Now that you're out of my life, I'm so much better. Okay, sorry. Just had to break out. Here we go, moving on. Sense receptors are special kinds of sensory neurons that detect and are activated by stimuli from outside or inside of the body. Being activated means that they initiate the signal that is sent to the brain in response to the stimulus. They are found in and around almost every organ in the body. All right, let's get into this. Let's talk about internal conditions and external conditions. Some sense receptors monitor internal conditions. For example, internal, inside your body. Okay, heat and cold receptors throughout the body detect changes in temperature. All right. Inside the body, detecting changes in temperature. It's hot. Let's go. Okay. Other sense receptors in blood vessels detect changes in blood pressure. We need that. Okay. Receptors all over the body even detect changes in the body's position or pressure and pain in different regions of the body. So we need our sense receptors, okay, to handle situations to make sure that we survive. All right, you don't want to have too much pressure on your body. You don't want blood pressure to be too high. You don't want to have any levels of pain. All right, your sense receptors will pick up on all that for you. Send some messages to your brain so that you can take action. Other sense receptors detect changes in the external environment, such as light. It's bright outside. It's not bright outside. Sound. Things you hear, pick up on, and the temperature. It's a warm day, it's a cold day. Maybe I need to put on a jacket. Maybe I need to take a jacket off. Things like that. So those are examples of things in the external environment, all right, that your sense receptors will detect. All right. Humans gather information from the many stimuli in the external environment through their senses of sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. Although these stimuli are different, the body responds to them in a similar way. So we have a 3-step process as to how we respond to them. All right. First, a stimulus is detected by a sense receptor. Okay. So you're picking up on something. You can see something, you can hear something, you can smell something, you taste something, you can feel something, all right? So first, a stimulus is detected by a sense receptor. Second, a signal is sent to the brain. Message related to the brain. And third, the brain is going to respond. Several different ways the brain can respond, right? So it can respond by sending a signal to trigger a behavior. So maybe you're going to do something in response to going outside and your skin can detect that it's cold out there. You might say, you know what, maybe I should go back in the house, get me a coat, put on a coat, and then go back outside. That's a behavior, all right? You could respond with a thought. Wow. Didn't know it was going to be cold like this today. You can respond with an emotion. Whew. So glad it's not as hot as it was yesterday. It just gives me so much joy. Emotion, okay? And or the creation of a new memory. Have a new thought process. So now you have a memory formed inside of your brain about what it feels like outside, okay? A lot can happen in response. Moving on, so we have 3 different types of sensory receptors we want to talk about today. First one we're looking into mechanical receptors, all right? There are many kinds of sense receptors and each kind responds to a different kind of stimulus. A mechanical receptor is a sense receptor that detects and is activated by movement. So let's think about this. Movement. Mechanical receptors pick up on movement. What part of your body can pick up on movement? Let's think about it. All right, well, let's read about it then. If it didn't come to mind. Mechanical receptors are found all over the body. Mechanical receptors in the stomach detect how much food is inside by how stretched the tissue in the stomach is. Okay, so you have mechanical receptors in your stomach. Mechanical receptors in the inner ear allow you to hear using the movement of tiny hairs in the inner ear in response to sounds. All right. So, of course, sounds are picking up on movement in your external environment. All right. So, again, mechanical receptors are picking up on movement. Your stomach is picking up, mechanical receptors in your stomach are picking up on the movement of the food. All right, here we go. Another one. Mechanical receptors in the skin are able to interpret different kinds of pressure as different kinds of touch, like soft touch or vibration. All right, so obviously that's movement. Something is pressing against the skin, then it's moving, right? Next, we want to look at our chemical receptors. What in the world are chemical receptors? Sense receptors that detect and are activated by chemical substances are called chemical receptors. Chemical receptors are found in the mouth and nose. All right. So going back, mechanical receptors, we're thinking about on your skin, right? In your ears, movement in your stomach. But chemical receptors, they're picking up on chemical substances. So you want to think about your nose and your mouth. How so? Taste buds are structures on the tongue that contain chemical receptors. The receptors are activated by chemical substances you put in your mouth, such as sugars and foods and beverages. All right? Chemical receptors send signals to the brain that are interpreted as taste or smell. All right? Chemical receptors are important for survival. The ability to smell and taste allows animals to distinguish fresh food from a toxic substance. Smell and taste keep many animals, including you and me, from poisoning themselves. All right? So you want to think about this. Let's imagine that you're in a situation that someone invites you to eat something. Based off how it smells, you might say, thank you, but no thank you. Like, I'll pass, you know? If based off the smell, you can tell yourself, I don't think this is going to taste good, but you push yourself to taste it anyway because I don't want to offend this person, or this is my such and such, and you know, they might think I think something about them if I don't taste it. And then you go ahead and taste it. Your taste buds may send a message to your brain and say, this is not working for us. Maybe the food's not toxic, but I'm sure we've all been in a situation where we had something didn't taste too good. All right? So, we want to avoid those situations as much as possible. All right? Next, we have light receptors. Light receptors are sense receptors that detect and are activated by light. This probably is the easiest one to remember. Okay. Light receptors are part of a category of receptors called electromagnetic receptors. Light receptors in the eye absorb light and trigger nerve signals that result in sight. Light hitting your eye is a stimulus. You see when light reflects off an object, enters the eye, and activates the light receptors at the back of the eye. The information is sent to the brain through sensory nerves and processed to form an image. Oh, snap. I just saw my favorite snack. Oh, snap. That's my dog. That's my cat. Oh, look at Remix. You know, you have an image that comes to your mind because of the help of your light receptors. Shout out to light receptors. We need you. Shout out to my light receptors. Bad note. I take it back. Scratch it. All right, here we go. Next. It says, without these receptors, you would not be able to see. So, we need our light receptors. Shout out to them. All right. Let's do a recap. We want to go back and make sure we understand this bit of information before we move on. So, first, we talked about the sensory receptors, specific kinds of sensory neurons that detect and are activated by stimuli from outside or inside of the body. And then we have a 3-step process as to how sensory receptors work. First, a stimulus is detected by a sensory receptor. Second, a signal is sent to the brain. Third, the brain responds by sending a signal to trigger a behavior, thought, emotion, and or creation of a new memory. All right? Wrapping up, types of sensory receptors, and this goes back to our learning objective. You need to be able to explain the 3 types of sensory receptors. So first we have mechanical receptors. Where are they? Where are they? A sense receptor that detects and is activated by movement. So, example, we have them in our ear, we have them on our skin, we have them in our stomach, right? And then we have chemical receptors. What do they sense? A sense receptor that detects and is activated by chemical substances. All right. Where can we find these? In your mouth and in your, I'm getting ready to point to it, nose. Good job. Look at you. Look at you. All right. Last one, we have light receptors. A sense receptor that detects and is activated by light. And so obviously our light receptors are in our eyes. Do you see what I see? A star, singing. at that time of year. Okay. I'll stop. Here we go, moving on. All right, so here's an image. Check him out. So focused right now. All right, so we have an image here just to give you an understanding. These are light receptors in the eye. Okay, all right. Only place we have light receptors. Okay, we have chemical receptors in 2 locations, the nose and the mouth. All right, and then the only one they didn't demonstrate here in the image, mechanical receptors. We know we can find them on the skin. Where else? In the ear and stomach. Talked about that. All right, good, nice. All right, next we want to look at the human eye. The human eye contains 2 kinds of light receptors with different functions. So we want to talk about rods and cones. I have an image here for you guys. You can see it. Human eye. The human eye. All right. So it says rods respond to dim light into motion. Dim light motion, but does not detect color. All right. And then it says cones help to interpret light of different colors. Humans have 3 kinds of cones. One responds to red light, one responds to blue light, and the third responds to green light. Check that out. All of the colors you see result from the interaction of signals sent to the brain from these 3 kinds of cones. Go figure, all right? So I wanted to highlight that here. We have 3 kinds of cones, one for red light, one for blue light, and one for green light, okay? Keep in mind, rods respond to dim light, having nothing to do with detecting color though, and cones help to interpret light of different colors, okay? Just want to point that out. Alrighty, looks like it's time for us to wrap up. Woo-hoo-hoo. Woo-hoo-hoo. No, stop it. All right, let's take a look at this image. Signaling from mechanical receptors. All right, the body has several types of sense receptors, such as mechanical receptors. The skin has many mechanical receptors that respond to pressure. The receptor sends this information to the brain, good job, where it is interpreted as, in this case, touch. All right, so take a look here. When you go to a light switch, right, here's what's happening. Mechanical receptor right here. They're all into your finger, all right, and then sends message through sensory nerve to the brain. Check that out. Love it. All right, so that's just a visual of the process. And we're going to get to our wrap-up questions. What do you know? What do you know? Today, let's take a summary. What are sensory receptors? Let's imagine you are on a prestigious table setting, and you have a microphone in front of you. Hold your microphone. Please provide your answer to the audience. Here we go. Ready? Start over. You step off so you can come back. Welcome everybody to our information session today in regards to sensory receptors. Today we have, just say your name. Yes, thank you. And the audience would like for you to answer a few questions in regards to sensory receptors. Would you be willing? Oh, we greatly appreciate that. Thanks for coming out and joining us. So, what are sensory receptors? Great answer. Love it. So, yes. Sensory receptors are specific kinds of sensory neurons that detect and are activated by stimuli from outside or inside of the body. This person is intelligent. Give a round of applause, please. Thank you. Next question, coming your way. Another audience member wanted to know if you could explain step 1 and how sensory receptors work. Just right there. Yeah. Excellent answer. Step 1. Great. All right. So first, a stimulus is detected by a sensory receptor. Good job. Give the scholar a round of applause. We have a third question coming from one of our members in the audience. Ooh. This member wants to know, explain step 2 and how sensory receptors work. So can you explain step 2 for us, please? Excuse me. That's a very quick answer. Thank you. Okay. Yes. So second, a signal is sent to the brain. Good job. And we have another audience member with our fourth question. Coming way, way, way from North Carolina. Shout out to everyone from North Carolina. Yes. And so this audience member wants to know if you can explain step 3 and how sensory receptors work, please. Well, aren't you amazing? Wow. All right, answer. Third, the brain responds by sending a signal to trigger a behavior, good job, thought, emotion, and or creation of a new memory. Give this scholar a round of applause. Pat yourself on the back. Yes. Here we go. We have another audience member coming from HB DuPont Middle School. Shout out to the HB Warriors. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Yes, yes, yes. And this warrior wants to know, what do mechanical receptors detect? Oh, man. Goodness, we need to bring you back for every single session. Mechanical receptors detect, yes, movement. Good job. All right, here we go. We have an audience member from Pennsylvania with a question here. Give 2 examples of where you can find mechanical receptors. I know you know. Just say it. Mm-hmm. Yeah? You? Mm-hmm. All right. Good job. Good job. Mechanical receptors can be found in your skin and in your ear. Good job. Look at you. You are one of a kind. Next question coming in from Delaware. Delaware, yeah, no specifics, no specifics. Shout out to Delaware. If you're from Delaware, please make some noise. Yes, yes, Delawareans, yeah, make some noise. Here we go. What do chemical receptors detect? Tell the audience, please. No pressure. Thank you. Good job. Chemical receptors detect chemical substances. Give our scholar a round of applause. Yes, yes, love it. Next. All right. This audience member is coming from the West Coast. Here we go. Give 2 examples of where you can find chemical receptors. Please, scholar, let them know. Oh, that's great. Yes, yes. Your stuff. Chemical receptors can be found in your mouth and nose. We'll check you out. Can we give a round of applause, please? Yes, 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 yes. Thank you. Our next audience member, it's from an elementary school. Yes, shout out to our elementary students here. All right. Wants to know, what do light receptors detect, scholar? This one's so easy, so easy. Light receptors detect light. Good job. Nice work, nice work. All right, here we go. Give 1 example of where you can find light receptors. Shouldn't be difficult. Oh, shouldn't have showed you. Oh, you already said it? Okay, I understand. My bad. It's me. It's me. Light receptors can be found in your eyes? Thank you. Yes, yes. That was good. That was good. I like that. I like that one. I like that one. All right. Last question. What are the 2 kinds of light receptors? Question from our parents. Good job. Nice, nice. 2 kinds of light receptors are rods and cones. Nice job, everybody. Give yourselves a round of applause. Audience members for great questions. And our scholar at home, thank you for being in position to learn and answer so many of these questions. Shout out to you. Give yourself a round of applause. All right, let's wrap up with our closing track. It's been fun. It's been real. We break it down and pick up science skills. Give yourself 2 claps just for tuning in. Come back, meet tomorrow. We can learn again. Oh, it's been fun. It's been real. We break it down and pick up science skills. Give yourself 2 claps just for tuning in. Come back, meet tomorrow. We can learn again. Shout out to the scholars. See you all tomorrow.